People, we're back. It's part 3 of New Comics, bitches! So, I'm sorry, you have to figure it's kind of hot in here. It's, okay, it is 12:40 a.m. on Saturday, the 9th of July. I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. It is 97 degrees outside right now. 97. And it's after midnight. 97. It's hot. And I don't turn on the air conditioning because my computer's right here. You can hear it, the vent go off. It's very distracting. I've had, actually, other people comment on it in the past, so I'm not going to subject you to that. Let's go on with the comics, people. Okay. So we've got Batman Beyond number 7. I have no idea if this is being continued, picked up on after the reboot, the renumbering, whatever they want to call it, or if this is one of those comics that they're going to leave alone. I hope it is, because this is it's kind of a different universe, but kind of the same for Batman, for Bruce Wayne, for Terry McGinnis. You've got Blight, kind of, fighting his way, basically trying to kill Batman. And he wants to do some serious damage to Bruce Wayne, too, but that's nowhere near as important as him crushing Batman, because Batman basically took, Derek Powers, he's lost his business, he's lost his lost his humanity, and, and one was at the hand of Bruce Wayne, and one was at the hands of Batman. So, he wants revenge in a really big way. And this is just, it's a great issue. There's a lot of stuff going on here, with, Dana and her brother, some good stuff going on with Max. The character of, the character that kind of is backing up Derek Powers, and and Bruce Wayne, he may be old, but he's still a badass. It's like he just really knows how to get into people's heads and get under their skin. This is just a terrific issue, great cap off to the arc. So I really hope that Batman Beyond is one of the series that they do keep after the reboot. So, moving on. So we've got Moon Knight number 3. As you can see from this cover, we've got Bullseye. Obviously, never a good thing. And this is basically kind of leftovers from last issue when but it's it's fun watching Mark Spector be kind of this lame-o Hollywood producer, creator guy, but also still trying to be a superhero, and also being pretty much totally insane. Not insane. I mean, he's not crazy. He's just, he is mentally. He is mentally insane. He's lost his mind in a sense, but it's more of a multiple personality syndrome than it is an actual psychosis or sociopathy or something like that. But he has a interesting. He wants to pool his resources with Echo. And have I told you that I love Alex Manleev's art, like always? It just looks great. And there's some talky stuff, and there's they're talking about the TV show, and he's got his assistant with it, and it's just it's good. It's good stuff. It's kind of a Bendis is poking fun a little bit at Hollywood, at that community, and he knows that he's making kind of a crappy show, but what's really interesting here is that he meets a consultant, a quote-unquote consultant, from being, a soldier of fortune. He meets this guy, Buck Lime, who used to be an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Before the whole kind of Hammer thing, with Osborn and everything like that. And he basically he trusts this guy. This is going to be kind of his new Frenchie, if you will. It's going to be, Mark Spector's new confidant. And he basically, he basically kind of takes down this character of Buck, and he dresses up like Bullseye. And basically grills Buck on threatens him and so on and so forth. Basically does what he can to break him into identifying who Mark Spector really is, or who Moon Knight really is. It's really cool the way that they kind of mess around with that, but a lot of it is going into, the reason that Buck is really there is because he needs help finding out who the hell wants an Ultron. Going back to issue 1, why does somebody want an Ultron? Because he's got the head there. I didn't know that Ultron was basically made of the same stuff that was used to make Captain America's shield. I didn't know that it was an adamantium vibranium mix. Oh shit. I guess it just got above like 83 degrees in here, which is why, if you can hear the air conditioning, please ignore it. So anyway, you've got Snapdragon, who introduces the Night Shift, who look like a rather motley crew of individual psychos there. Because Mark Spector firmly believes that there is a kind of a kingpin of Los Angeles out there, and that's why he's there. That's why he wants to work with Echo. That's why he needs somebody like Buck that he can confide in, and that can be kind of the daytime face, if you will. Someone who can put their feelers out. So again, really, really interesting, fun, entertaining, cool stuff from Bendis and Malieve. They're a good team. They work very well together. I can't say enough good things about Scarlet. People disagree with me. I know that. From what I read, I obviously enjoyed a lot of what Bendis and Malieve did on Daredevil. I still don't think it was as strong as Brubaker's run, though. But to each their own. Moving on. My 2 books of the week. This is the sad one, which is Secret 6, number 35. It's sad because there is one more issue of this comic, and then DC is shit-canning it. This is their best, one of their best comics. Besides Detective, I would say. Okay, not counting Vertigo, besides Detective, this is the best mainstream DC title that there is. Gail Simone, brilliant writer. I'm glad they're giving her Batgirl. I'm glad they're giving her Firestorm, but she belongs here. This is her wheelhouse, okay? When she's dealing with the crazy and disturbed minds behind the Secret Six, she is on top of her game. I was recently rereading some old, the old Villains United series, the first volume of Secret Six. I was reading some old Birds of Prey that she worked on, but just nothing compares to Secret Six of what she's done. It's the greatest stuff in the world, and this is Bane basically laying out his strategy of how they're going to take down Batman. He wants another shot. this is a moment-by-moment book. I'm just going to kind of throw out a couple of my favorite moments. It's just kind of a funny thing. I like the fact that Catman has his own kind of Catman tracksuit, if you will. You know, it's got the little his little, you know, his three little kind of, you know, scratch mark emblems, you know, on the shoulder and right here on the, you know, on this tracksuit and everything like that. Obviously, the banging on the, you know, breakfast table between Jeanette and Deadshot and King Shark walk. I mean, King Shark. If you deny that King Shark is anything less than awesome, I will hunt you down and fight you, because King Shark rules the fucking universe in this issue. Okay, I mean, it's just awesome. He's so great. I'm really gonna miss this comic. I'm just gonna be really sad when it goes, because it's so awesome. It's, you know, like I said, other than Detective right now, it's my favorite thing that mainstream DC is putting out. So I don't know. We'll see how it ends, and it better end in an epic fucking fashion. So, on to the book of the week. This was the most unexpected book of the week I think I will ever have done. Batman Night of Vengeance #2. A Flashpoint tie-in is my book of the week. Cardinal of Sins. I can never remember your first. I think it's Christian. I follow him on Twitter. He was tweeting about this. A bunch of people actually had tweeted about how good this issue was. I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. If you remember my review of that, I just didn't care for it. This one blew me the fuck away. This was so great. This is what I remember being really awesome about Azzarello and Rizzo working together on 100 Bullets back in the day. It's just it's ridiculous. It's unbelievable. It's so great. I mean, it has some of the best beat by beat moments of any comic that I've read this year. It has the best reveal. It has some horrific moments. I mean, just really, I mean, for Jim Gordon, you know, for Selena Kyle, for Thomas Wayne. I mean, this is a fucking brutal book, man. And it is goddamn genius. I mean, that's all I can really say about it. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's just fantastic. I mean, I could go on about it, but I would be doing it a disservice. It's I don't know if I'm looking at this through somewhat tinted glasses, or rose tinted glasses, because it's a Flashpoint book and I didn't expect it to be great, or if it really is great. But I can tell you, I am really of the opinion right now at this moment that this is a fucking great issue, and will probably go down as one of my great issues of the year, great single issues. Because, like I said, wasn't too big of a fan of the first one, still not, but boy, did my thinking get turned around on this series real fast. I mean, just reading the first couple pages of it. I mean, if they hadn't bothered with quite so much exposition on the last issue, I probably would have been a lot more pro on it, but I'm definitely pro on it now. So that's it for this week, boys and girls. You know, write in, thumb it up, thumb it down, comment, criticize, praise me. But most importantly, if you're new, please subscribe. I do good stuff here. At least I think so. And some other people think so too. So, good night all. Good week. We'll see you next time.